show is Conversation, and my name is Elizabeth Abai. I know that last week when we were wrapping up, we did promise that we were bringing you something exciting today, and we did actually mention the topic. It was role models. We walk our talk, and so we're here to talk about role models. I have with me in the studio very well-vested people to talk about it. The same team actually that came around last week, they're here with us. Hello.
My name is Francis Daniel Okumagba, a mentor, counselor, business strategist, life and wealth coach.
Okay. And let me ask Mr. Francis, a lot of people say you're the role model and mentor and all of that. And I'm wondering, the role model, does the role model have a role model as well?
Of course I do. In fact, I have different role models for different things. Upbringing, my father was my role model. Work life, Cecilia Ibru was. But especially I have the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is my real role model when it comes to religion and spirituality. Then for business, I have Dangote as my role model.
Wow. So I'm thinking, you are also a coach. What should be the qualities of a role model? If I want to do the same thing that people did to my parents, I want to take my child to somebody's house to say, live with this person so you can be as successful as this person. Should I be looking at just success, in regards to money?
You see, there is a mix of different things, not just money, business, religion, morals. You have to consider every aspect of it. For me, I won't leave my child with somebody I know that has wrong morals, even though it's very successful, because success can be quote and unquote success, depending on what the outcome of that success is and what the makeup of the success is. Today, we have situations where most of our environment, people are bombarded with different values, and people pick what they see, what they enjoy, and what they have felt. And if we don't do something about what we see in the environment, we'll continue to produce wrong models, and people will be emulating the wrong things that we are not supposed to be presenting and projecting. So what I would say is that in the churches, the mosques, we must come up with teams that will be looking at how we can actually impact on the younger generation today to start changing the values that we have around us. Today, we had parents we looked up to, and marriage was something that we wanted to experience. In this generation, a lot of the young people are saying they don't want to be married. We have a lot of young girls today that are saying, I want to be single. In my interface with a lot of people that I counsel, for instance, I see a lot of questions that people are beginning to ask about what they should come or become tomorrow. And what I hear is strange. If we don't do something about it, we might have a generation that don't care about these values that we project.
And make them known.
System, that can take care of education after education. We need a system. But when I see
finishing school,
like a finishing school, because what we have in Nigeria today, the schools that we have today, are not actually addressing the issues of society. Parenting is dead. We don't have parenting like we used to have anymore. In fact, the type of parenting that we are beginning to have now are parents that are not available, and parents that create toxic environment for their children. Make them feel that everything is easy and they don't need to read, they don't need to do anything, they should just go ahead. They actually pay money to get their children to go to school and get results that they are not supposed to get. We need to have a finishing school. When I say finishing school, what we need to turn around our situation today is reorientating the mindset of our people. Every individual needs a mentor. Every individual looks up to somebody, and nobody is complete. Those that are talented today in Nigeria are looking for money. Those who have money don't know what to do with the money in Nigeria, and those in government don't have time. If you look at the number of unemployed people that we have in Nigeria today, you can't imagine the number. Meanwhile, we have rich people today who keep their monies in sockaway pits. And the multi-billionaires that we have, they throw the monies abroad. And when they die, the money dies. So we are not really using our resources because we don't have a system that creates collaboration among people. You need to have somebody else for you to be complete. You might have an idea and you don't have money to pursue it. And those who have money don't have ideas. And those in government never have time. We don't have people that coordinate and put people together to make things happen. My experience in reaching out to people in mentoring and all that has shown that the gap we have in Nigeria today has to do with what we lack in role modelship. Our role models are not distinctly showing what people should emulate, and government needs to do something about it. The media houses also needs to do something about it. For instance, look at the type of program that they are projecting that gets the whole country hooked onto their televisions. For instance, Big Brother Africa. You can imagine what the Big Brother Africa program is actually getting people to see. see people naked on a screen and all that, when we should have programs that can actually evolve things that we want people to look up to. I just said earlier on that the social media today, a lot of people trained in the social media when they publish very negative things. Who are those that are putting out things that people should emulate? Where are the role models that we have today in the leadership that we have in our political set? Who are the role models that we have that are teachers in our today's generation? Where are the parents? And if the parents are absent, who is replacing the parents today in society in actually bringing up children? We need to do something about it. And what I profess in this whole thing is we should get up with programs in the television, radio, and the social media that will complement what is happening to help us change the values that we are presenting out for people to emulate.
It's okay. Thank you very much. Okay, this person says, good morning. Please, can you tell us the difference between role model and mentor? Your name is Peters. Okay, there are coaches here, so it's up to you. Can you differentiate?
A role model is somebody you see that is successful, really successful, that you look up to. A mentor is somebody that has been successful, who is putting you through on what will make you succeed.
Okay, mentorship is more a one-on-one kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas the role model is a bit removed.
The role model may not even know you exist.
Yeah.
But
well, I like to advise the viewing public that everybody needs a mentor. If you want to move to your next level, you need a role model that you actually want to follow. In environment, you should look out for somebody that you want to emulate. And be very careful in looking out for the individual that you want to follow. Look critically to see what the person is doing. Because a man that is successful might be successful, have money, might not have the right morals because he made his money through some other means. And if you pick up a role model like that, you can actually pick up vices that goes with that individual who made his money wrongly. But everybody needs a role model to get to his various next level. A lot of young people today, they are saying their parents suffered, so they don't want to suffer, so marriage is slavery. Marriage is not slavery. Marriage is very successful. Look out for a successful person that is married and try to emulate the person. For businesses, also look for somebody you see that is succeeding in what you do and try to emulate what that person is doing. I teach my mentees to use the arithmetic sign to actually pick people that you mingle with. The minus, the plus, the division, and multiplication. About 60% of people we mingle with are negative. You must be very careful so that you don't get into their hands because they will derail you. 25% of them are actually positive, and they actually show positive things anywhere you see them. In school, they are the ones that do all the assignments, but we call them names. In school, we call them Efiko. In families, we call them Aituno. In offices, we call them Obasabi. In religious group, we call them all sort of names. But if you pick up people that are positive, it will improve your positivity. Then there are people that are dividers who actually create vices and a lot of negative yields in society. If you follow those people, you divide your life. That's the ones I present as dividers. Then the multipliers are the role models. The multipliers are people that are very successful, very religious, and have right morals. If you actually pick them, about 5% of those people in society, if you follow those role models, if they are very successful, it will impact on your life. Because what you see and what you hear will change your disposition to life. And if you follow 5 billionaires, you will become the 6th billionaire. So you must be very careful the people you mingle with and people you look up to in creating the role models you are looking for.
And this person says, up you, Francis. Mr. Francis Okumagba is my role model. I love him.
The Holy Spirit is the major role models for Christians. Okay. But many people see the Holy Spirit as very far. But the Holy Spirit is actually inside us. Because when Jesus Christ was living, for instance, he told us he was going to leave behind a helper. And that helper is the Holy Spirit. If you can key into the consciousness of knowing that God is inside you, in the person of the Holy Spirit, then you can actually be guided on almost everything if you have that disposition. So the Holy Spirit is one of my major role models today in what I do.